Welcome to Rokk Around the Clock, Google's Stadia news and gameplay live at the same time every day, Monday to Friday. Every day we check out the latest Stadia news across the internet live, closing with Stadia gameplay and chat with your host Rokk and occasional guests. But first, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss out on the latest Stadia news. If you'd like to support my content, please consider joining Team Rokk by hitting the join button on this page. Hey, here he is! Happy Thursday! Wow, I'm going to have to get my head into all these different days. Hope you're well. It is, of course, Thursday the 18th of August. Great to see so many of you already. Thank you for joining me. It's a slow news day, but we've got some. And as you know, the way it works here is we do a bit of Stadia news. We have a look around. We have a little chat. You have your bagel or your sandwich or your roast chicken, whatever time of the day it is where you are. And then after all of that, we'll have a little gameplay. But let me just quickly say hello to everybody. It's great to see so many of you already. Right up at the very top of the show was Joe, Cloud Gaming Dad. Thanks for popping in, Joe. Joe, if you didn't spot him on this Tuesday, just gone Stadia Rokk Show, was the recipient of Ray's praise, and very, very deservedly so as well. Great guy, great channel. If you check out the show, which you can find on this page somewhere, or the other page, the main page of here. He'll be down there in the Tuesday show, which was good. Who else we got here? We got Jordan. Hello, Jordan. Good to see you. We have Easy Husky. Yo, Easy Husky. Excellent. Rockmirth. Hello there. Thoughts on the Logitech Cloud Console? We'll come back to that one, my friend. I have it prepared. I saw your message. We'll have a little looky-voo and maybe a chat as well. And then my dear friend Ray, who's still struggling with being tested positive and not feeling good. But at least you do have a testing kit that looks like your white console controller, Ray, so that's got to be a good thing, hasn't it? Young David is in the chat, another brilliant Team Rokk member, joined yesterday. Thank you so much, my friend, with your little dog. What is your little dog called, by the way, the little fella there? Or is it a fella S? It looks like, what is it, a Yorkie? It's a terrier of some description. Howdy, folks. Is it that time already? He's pondering and then his mind is blown. And so it should. Windstar, good to see you too, buddy. Hope you're well. Little wave back at you there. And then Victor. Victor, always great to see you. Hope you're well. And hiya to you too. So, as we've said, it's Thursday. There we are, right at the top of the old screen, August the 18th. That updates automatically, you know. The wonders of modern science, that's all I can say. And Big Steve's just popped in as well on his paddle boards. Hi all, happy Thursday. Yeah, happy Thursday to you too, my friend, as well. Another much appreciated Team Rokk member. Do you know what? I actually... You may or may not believe this, Big Steve, but I actually went on a paddleboard last weekend for the first time in my life. It was my wife's birthday, and my kids, grouped together and bought her a paddleboard. Very nice one as well, I have to say. It was a SUP. And I jumped on the darn thing. I managed to get on my knees before I fell in, though, so I was quite proud of that for the first time. Shall we head over to the news, folks? We got a little bit of news. Hang on a second. Here we go. Ka-ding! Right. Here we are. Let me get rid of Steve. Sorry, my friend. There you go. So, in terms of the news, well, the big two sites have just one big news item today, and that is that Bratz, Flaunt Your Fashion, is confirmed for Stadia. Now, I actually think this was confirmed a while back, because I seem to remember covering this off on Stadia Rokk Show. But I know I've got something in the Twitter bookmarks which confirms it, and it's another one of the Outright Games from the Outright Games stable. Huge, as you guys know, huge supporter of Stadia. They've pretty much got a carte blanche to put all their titles on, which is absolutely amazing. David says, the little fluff ball that you can see on my profile is Bear. No, it's definitely a dog, mate. I can absolutely. I'm getting old and I'm blind, but that is 100% a dog. And he's a Westie, West Highland Terrier. There you go. For those who like hearing the full spec. So we know it's a he, and we know he's called Bear, and he's a West Highland Terrier. Bless him. I hope he takes you for regular walks, because dogs are meant to do that, aren't they? And look who's just dropped in. It's my good friend Ant Cowboy, and now your mama knows. Okay, I'm in the building, Rokk. I'm glad to hear it, my friend. So it's lunchtime for you, Ant, I think. Give or take. You've probably popped into your car for a little watch. It's awesome to see you. And Liam as well. Great to see you, Liam. Thank you so much for popping in. He certainly thinks he's a bear, says David. Well, if you give, it's like a boy named Sue. If you give them a name that kind of doesn't describe what they are, they've got to live to it, haven't they? Anyway, back to the news. So, there's one piece of news today. Actually, there's more than one piece of news. But there's one piece of news that we'll find on Stadia Source and Stadia Dosage. And as I say, that's that this game from Outright Games, big supporters of Stadia. And I've said it 100 times by now, but they are their game is rising with every game. Every time they do something, it looks better and better. Oh, I just thought of something. I forgot to show you this. Hang on, I can do it from a keyboard as well. Ready? That's the wrong one. That should have come up before, but I've got another one. Hang on. Here it comes. Whoa, look at this. Stadia News, Rokk Around The Clock. Let's get it back up again. Look at that, and automatically goes off. I tell you, I've been playing with the tech again, fellas. I know it can only go badly wrong. I can always watch while I'm sitting at my desk. I listen more than I watch, and with your voice, I'm in heaven. Oh, bless you, my friend. That's a lovely thing. A boy named Sue. How do you do? You got it, David. A dog named Bear. Hasn't got a care. So yeah, Bratz set to flaunt the fashion this fall on Google. So the same story over at Stadia Source, our good friends at Stadia Source. So it's Flaunt Your Fashion, officially unveiled by Outright Games. So we knew it was coming, but it's been officially unveiled, and the game was rated for Stadia around 3 weeks ago. That, I think, was when it was originally on Stadia Source, and we probably then carried it on Stadia Rokk Show. Little known about the title at that time, so we've now got more information, and it is, and we'll put the little trailer on as well in a second. Play as your favourite Bratz character and begin your globe-trotting adventure to become the world's best fashion reporter. Now, obviously, this isn't aimed at you and me, guys. All right, let's just get our cards on the table. This is aimed at our kids, okay? Well, Rokk, don't quit your day job for songwriting, my friend. How rude. I don't know what to say to that, other than I'm melting. I had the fan on just now, but it was a bit noisy. Your adventure will take you to some of the most stylish locations. Let me zoom in. I just noticed that my head, my big old bubble, is covering it all up. There you go. So, your adventure will take you to some of the most stylish locations. Barcelona, Seoul in Korea, and to the Stylin' Soiree, as you get the latest scoop for Bratz magazine. You can use the money you earn to shop for rockin' outfits. Good old Rokk. Customise your characters and set styling new trends. What's with the apostrophes and the dropping of the G's? Is this to be down with the kids? You'll see your social following grow as fans are wowed by your passion for fashion. Get ready to express yourself. Right. Let's have a little look, shall we? Everybody now. Time to show the whole world. I could dance too, Dave. This is where we get this is where we get stuffed for copyright. You know it, don't you? We don't need to hear that. So we take photos. We yes, skateboarding, social media. Bratz. Oh. Actually, you can't hear it anymore. I turned it down. I just look an idiot. There we go. We're back in. All right, there you go. This dude is awesome. How are you, Kenobi? And you ain't lying, that copyright as well. You tell me about it, man. I absolutely know I'm going to get stuffed. William, Mr. Stadia Pro Gaming is in the house. How are you, buddy? Great to see you. So there you go. That is Not the Mysteries of Mount Shasta. Although I do love this guy. It's called The Y-Files. I came across this guy the other day, by the way. You can see it's popped it up on here. And you've got to watch his stuff. It's so funny. He has this little talking goldfish. And I think it's like from the Discovery Channel or something. It's all high pro quality stuff. He's got like 500,000 followers, but it's really cool. Dre, good to see you, my friend. All the way from España. Miss T22. Hello. What did I just walk into? Yes, apologies for that. But we're doing the news, miss. We got to be talking about this stuff. So Bratz is coming. It's clearly aimed at young ladies and youngsters. Maybe not young ladies. I mean, we're in the modern times. It could be any gender or genre. It doesn't matter really, does it? Him, her, them, then, whatever. But the key thing is, it is for youngsters. And Outright Games have been such a huge supporter of Stadia. They've brought just about everything they've ever done over to Stadia, this being no exception. So we don't know when it's coming out. We know that it's been cleared for takeoff. We'll have a look in a minute, because on the bookmarks, I've bookmarked my Twitter bookmarks. I know it's mentioned there as well. Shornell, how are you? Ayo! Oh, I like that. Shawnathan. I like that little logo you got going on there. Gamer Mink. Hey, Rokk, how are you, buddy? Is that, I mean, like, I know the name says it's a mink, but it looks like a little hippo, your logo, like a little friendly hippo from the hood. Like Jenny from the street, but like Henry from the hippo hood or something. I don't know. I'm getting carried away with myself. David's showing me there dancing in my traditional poses. I've done a bit of that, mate. I tell you what I was good at, Dave, in the day, was the old robot. You can't see the hands doing it as well, though. David, what's up, everyone? Hope you're all having a lovely day. Yeah, spreading the cheer and the love. Thank you, my friend. So listen, those were the official news items according to our two favourite Stadia news sites, which are, of course, Stadia Dosage and Stadia Source. But I got a bit of news for you. Let's go over to ESRB. This is the place, the Entertainment Software Rating Board, where we get a little snifter of any games that have been rated for Stadia and a bit of a heads up. And this one, rated today or yesterday, certainly after last night, yesterday's show, Slaycation Paradise. Now, this has been rated, as you can see, for PS4, 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and Xbox Series, plus Stadia. This little confession here, people, a personage on the street that has its ears what is to Stadia told me a few weeks ago that this was coming to the platform. I kept it to myself, but now that it's been officially rated, I feel like I can go public on this one. So looking on Reddit earlier, they were saying, sorry Dave, I'm going to do a Lukey 6 on you there. Let me clear you. There you go. Reddit earlier, they were saying, is it coming? Is it actually going to come to Stadia? They were saying at that time, I've just seen it's on Steam. It's coming tomorrow, day and date. Could this one come to Stadia? Well, they hadn't spotted that it had been rated, and I'd already been told that it was coming. So, yes, it's going to come out tomorrow. Or today, I forget now. Is it coming day and date? I don't think so, is the honest answer. I was told not, and I did have a look at the Stadia Store earlier, and I certainly didn't see it there. But we're going to have a little snifty at it, shall we? So the ratings summary, and I'm just going to bring up young Ant. If Outright Games bring the Fast and Furious DLC, mate, you love that Fast and Furious, don't you? I have to say, I did give it a little go the other day, because I always, whenever anyone is as passionate about a game as you are, I kind of feel I'm on a bound to go and check it out, man. And it was pretty darn good, it has to be said. And anyway, you could be a happy camper if you want to. You don't need to have a game to be happy in your camping, do you? So this is a shooter game with tower defense elements in which players help a man on vacation survive his dimensional travels. From a top-down perspective, players fight for survival using pistols, machine guns and shotguns to kill hordes of creatures. I'm sold. hordes of creatures. I'm in. Examples: demons, living dolls. Can't say that word's too early. Mutated luchadores. Players also build turrets and barricades to fend off waves of enemies. Battles are frenetic, accompanied by realistic gunfire, explosions and large blood splatter effects. Some weapon attacks cause enemies to explode into pieces, causing entrails to hit players' screens. It is a 17 plus. Look, just to prove it, there it is over on the left-hand side. This is not one from Outright. Let's be completely frank here. I just saw fish and chips. It caught my eye. It's almost like an English magnet. It's not even at the sentence that I was meant to be on. I just dragged me in. The game contains some suggestive / sexual material. Well, you know, so does Saints Row, does it not? Dialogue stating you rubbed nubs with that crap sack Lorick. And this is where we measure our proverbial members against each other. Yeah, that's kind of suggestive. A level with red light district signs reading XXX, fish and chips and naked chicks. Yes, a neon sign with a word. I don't know, I mean, I fancied fish and chips. I was drawn to the wordage, and now I've read the next bit. I ain't so keen. A neon sign with the words now open between. Yes, and on it goes. I mean, yeah, it's good this, because to be fair, you can come to the ESRB rating and get a bit of a feel for, is this a game for me or not? So it can't be bad. Shall we? Oh, look, level up, managing your kids' video games, you see. They're even offering us some helpful tips. Let's go to YouTube, shall we? And we'll do a little search vu. Let's go here. We'll have a search for Slaycation Paradise gameplay. Let's have a look at it while we're here. Free demo available. Okay, that's cool. I'll turn the audio off as always. Okay, what am I seeing here? Let's have a look. It's hopefully nothing too naughty. Cowboy sent for the oh, bless Cowboy. Sent me for the accent. Well, it's very kind of you, sir. I hope you enjoy it. I will put it on a little bit stronger, if it's what you would like to hear. Guys, Lethal and Obi are friends of mine from home. Oh, awesome. Obi was actually in my wedding. Wow. And I was in his. Oh, bless you both. So welcome them as they join our lovely community. I'm deeply in love with Ant, your Ant's friends. I need to tell you this now. I see him as he's a real chum in the English way. And yeah, thank you. Thank you guys for popping in anyway. I really appreciate that. And we're going to, let me see, what is all this game about? We haven't seen much gameplay yet, have we? Let's pop into the, where's all the shooting and the looting and the entrails? And here we go, right, okay, cool. So, yep, as they've said, it's a kind of a top-down roof-off. I quite like those, you know. Ever since I played The Ascent on Xbox, which I absolutely adored, it's got me really into all that kind of malarkey. Pick on Fusion. How are you, my friend? Yo to you too. I forgot to bring my water in. I'm getting all dried up and horrible. Yeah, fun for Cowboy sent me. Fun, Cowboy sent me. I love this broadcast. Oh, bless you. Well, it's a change, because if you watch Ants, you see, he winds everybody up. Everybody gets really stressed and angry. They go off and take a Mogadon and half a bottle of whiskey just to chill out for a few hours. Whereas I'm the complete opposite. By the time I finish with you, you're all asleep. And, you know, even doctors can't wake you anymore. You're like medically catatonic. Working and a lurking. Oh, bless you, my friend. I hope all is well. Everything is actually really cool, and even better now that you're here. Yes, Maker, I spotted that, and it's free on Xbox as well, I think I saw. I got super duper excited about that. I loved The Ascent. Honestly, it literally turned me on to this genre. I wasn't interested at all before that, but having finished, and I you know, it's just great. Just loved it. Worked for me. Rokk, I've been telling them all about the content creators in the community, and I told them they have to hear your voice, and you're a legend. Oh, well, bless you, my friend. I'm joking up. Can you get me Kleenexing in a minute, mate? That's really lovely of you. I mean it. Lethal having a good old chuckle. That's what I want. That's the response we need. You ain't putting us to sleep. You are very entertaining. Oh, bless you. Thanks, my friend. So anyway, what's this dude up to? I'm still waiting to see entrails and stuff. What? Hang on, why is there a sofa floating on the ceiling there? Weird. He's still in the kind of learning phase. Oh, here he goes. Right, now he's out there doing his thing. I have to say, I'm really liking the look of this. Well, David, can you smell what the Rokk is cooking? I don't know what that means. Are you telling me about turkey at the end there? Is that a sly Turkish reference? Could be. Henry, the tea lady. Oh, do you remember Hong Kong Phooey? I used to love that show. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. And then it was Rosemary, the tea lady. Could be. I'm sure it was James Brown that did the voice to Hong Kong Phooey. Funniest, talking of James Brown, and you shouldn't really talk ill of the dead, but the funniest thing I ever saw, it was after he died, bless him, and it was a photo of some old lady by the side of his coffin, looking in, seeing poor James out, sort of prostate in his box, and then there's this big bubble that just said, "Get up, get on up." Oh, I was in tears. Oh dear, poor old James. Oh, what a ledge. If you smell what the Rokk is cooking, it's wrestling. Oh, is it? Oh, man. Oh, I'm too old for wrestling. Obi Rose Kenobi. It's, yeah. When I was a kid, it was genuine wrestling out in the streets. We were, up the chimneys for a few hours. Then we would be playing marbles and horseshoes out the back. And then we get a whipping, hauled in by the folks and wrestled to bed. And that was what it was like in the Victorian days. Actually, this doesn't look bad, does it? Portal extraction. I'm liking the look of this. It's got a definite Ascent feel. What do you think, Maker of Chaos? Would you be into this? Because I'm telling you guys, it's coming. It is coming. It's coming to Stadia. We'll have a little proper look in a minute when I think it's coming out tomorrow. Marbles were great. I used to love marbles. And did you have pickup jacks or just jacks when you were young? It does look solid, mate. Honestly, it looks really cool. I'm loving the look of it. They can use us as an announcer. Looks solid. Marbles were fun. You are not too old for wrestling. Yes, I am. Even the wife gives me a wide berth these days. And that wasn't a gynecological reference either. What's down here? We had jacks and pogs. There you go. Jacks. Exactly. With a little metal, like those things they used to put on the beach in World War II to stop the Germans. And they used to throw them in the air, didn't you? And then see how many all grab the things on the floor and stuff. Oh, wow. Them was the good. It was the good old days, these was. These days, it's, Dad, can I play Fortnite? No, get out and enjoy the sunshine. Because all my relatives, or my nephew and niece, are pasty white because they're either on Facebook or Fortnite. Chariot, how are you, my friend? Thank you so much for popping in. I feel like this is a popular time of the day. Because you know what? You're either having your breakfast, if you're around California or the West Coast. You're either having your lunch, if you're in around New York or Florida on the East Coast. Or if you're here in Europe, you're probably about to start your dinner. So I'm like, I'm like this salivating Pavlov's dog. I get you guys up for your dinner and stuff, which can't be bad. Pogs and marbles. Oh, man, they were so cool. And then 1995 happened, and yeah, exactly. And that was the end of it, right? Actually, do you know what? The web came out in 91, the year I got married. I set up the first ever web design agency in my part of the world in 1995. There, you see, head of the crowd. Any road up, enough of that. This looks good. I'm up for this. What I did want to do was just sneak over to Steam, but don't tell anybody. And I want to see... Let's have a look. Slaycation. I want to see how much it is. Paradise. Flip me. £9.59. See, I was born in 1901. Just the last year of the Victorian era. Amazing, isn't it? Look at this. It's $10. It probably will be the same US as well. Even with a 20% discount, that's ridiculous. I'm going to make a prediction here. Now, you can shoot me down in flames. And, set fire to my pants. I've got a feeling this could be a September Pro game on Stadia. And I've said it very quickly, so you can't quote me. It's going to be erased by time. But I have a feeling at that price, I know it's coming. It's been cleared, all right? It's been cleared for Stadia. I've been told anyway, I was told a few weeks ago that it's coming to Stadia. This looks flipping good. I love the look of this. And I reckon at that price, this is a pro game. That's all I'm going to say. Now, when's it coming out? That's coming out today on Steam. Damn, that's a good price. Yeah, it's a good price. You could even download a demo. There you go. There's a demo of this thing as well that you can download. Right, I've said it. It's out in the wonderful wide world of things what one said now. So, there we go. That's all cool. Right, actually, one last piece of news before we get over to the gameplay. Dre, just after siesta, ideal time. Yes, of course. Your siesta in Spain, it's kind of like, what, from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m.? Is that what you do, 2 hours? And then you guys are kind of like up until midnight, aren't you? It's the same in Africa, you know. I've got a good friend, a good Ghanaian friend and a good Nigerian friend. And basically them and their kids, they stay up till like 1 in the morning and then kind of just stay out of the sun. Wait, Rokk, I have to ask, do you only do Stadia? No, I do more, but I do it on a different channel. So this channel is 100% Stadia. And what I do is I do the Stadia Rokk Show on a Tuesday, which is kind of like this, but there's more of us, and it's just dad jokes and puns, and we go through the week's Stadia news, we do game reviews, and we just have a laugh. And then every day I do this show, which is we have a quick run through the day's news. Most of the time there ain't much, but I can talk around it. And then we end up with a bit of gameplay, depending on if there's a new game out that I can try. Or anything I'm kicking around with. But I have another channel, Kenobi, called Rokk Play, R-O-K-K Play. Just search for it on YouTube. That is pretty much anything goes, but it's all about games. It's not about platforms. So I've got a Series X, I've got a PS5, I've got a 3080 rig, I've got a GeForce Now 3080. So all of that stuff gets played, and it really just depends on the games. So and I'm on Twitch as well as Rokk Play. So yeah, it's horses for courses, but this is my 100% Stadia channel. Wait, I'm asking because you said Victorian era. Have you played Bloodborne? Yes, I have. It's a cracking game, isn't it, Bloodborne? And thank you for asking. You're more than welcome. And Dre, what's a siesta? David, see, David never sleeps, Dre. He never sleeps. I think he's a vampire. I think he lives in a lead-lined room through the daylight hours, and then and he's on the internet all through the day. That dog that he's showing you there is actually stuffed. It died through lack of activity. It wanted to go for a walk, and it never happened. Pedder, how are you, buddy? Great to see you. I hope you're keeping well. Hope you had a good day. Yeah, I am old. No, I'm not that old. I wasn't quite born in 1901. I was a little bit later than that. But I tell you something. Let's think about this. No, I am. I'm further away from 1901 when I was born than I am 2000 or whatever it is now. That is accurate. I know it's accurate. I knew it. My man. It's true. I try and play anything and everything. I just love games. Thanks, Trey. The more you know. Right, so having looked at all of that malarkey, and we've got that out of the way, I think, let's go back. I think it was, I'm going right back up to the top, Rockmirth. Rockmirth said, what are your thoughts on the Logitech Cloud console? Now, to be honest, this had escaped me. So I did go and have a little look. And on IGN and a few other places, Logitech, I may have noticed it at the time, to be fair, it was a few weeks ago. Logitech is building a handheld cloud gaming console with Tencent. If you don't know who Tencent are, they are a Chinese gaming outfit that is absolutely massive. They have almost been on as much of a studio purchasing spree as has Microsoft. They are huge. Oh, Queen Rach, how are you? Lovely to see you. They got a member chat going on. Woohoo! I hope you're keeping well. My number one favorite game streamer, and the most skilled Destiny player that I know. Puts me to shame, even with me 4,000 hours. Lovely to see you, my friend. I hope you're keeping very, very well. Rudigzz is in the house as well, my friend from Canada. Do you know what, Rudigzz? I am determined to learn to speak French. It's been building up in me, and I was thinking to myself this morning, when you're at school and you do French lessons as we did at school, nobody ever learned anything. It was an awful, but I love the French accent, and I've been watching some stuff where it's subtitled English in French, and so many of the words have been coming at me, and I've been getting them, and it's been bringing it all back. I just need to put them all together. So I'm going to do it. I am going to learn French, but it might take me a while, so don't be watching and asking me on a weekly basis. Callie, how are you, buddy? Callie joined yesterday as well, another Team Rokk member. So many of you guys. 10% are the GOAT. You're right, Sean, they are. They're the greatest of all time. They've been buying and doing stuff. Now, they have joined up with Logitech. Logitech have been doing some interesting stuff as well. You may or may not know this, but Logitech bought Streamlabs last year. Streamlabs, as you know, brought out a fork of OBS Studio a couple of years back. They also released Melon Studio a couple of years ago, which 18 months ago now. And then they sold to Logitech. So Logitech have been building up in the gaming space. They obviously provide a load of old gaming tat, so that's fair. But with this partnership with Tencent, which is fascinating, they have you got to look into it, do some research into Tencent and see they weren't just a big rapper from the early part of this decade, They weren't. They didn't just do stuff on Netflix and Prime. What was that show called that he wrote? I loved it. Was it Power or something? The guy that owned a nightclub, and just a brilliant show. Loved it. And he wrote up, gaming tech company Logitech's teaming up with Chinese publisher, wow, that's underselling them, to create a handheld gaming console. Announced in a tweet from Logitech below. The device, currently referred to only as the Logitech G Gaming Handheld, great name, guys, will support several cloud gaming services and is expected to be released this year. No images of the console have been released so far. We're thrilled to announce an official partnership with Tencent Games to bring a cloud gaming handheld to market later this year that will support multiple cloud gaming services, the Post said. So they're not giving a lot away, but to be fair, you don't have to do a great deal, do you, to bring out a cloud gaming console? I mean, it's only got to have a browser and a half-decent GPU, and not even that half-decent. If you could get maybe at least a 1440p, 60 frames per second, an OLED, decent OLED, with a half-decent Wi-Fi chip in there, maybe a GPRS chip as well, so you could put a SIM in, do some data stuff on the roam. That would be pretty cool. But it's not like it needs, a Snapdragon CPU or shed loads of RAM or a huge SSD drive and stuff like your Steam thing does. So, someone had to do it. It was never going to be that big of a deal, really. Rokk, Kenobi says, Rokk, listen, brother, I'm learning Spanish. Hola! I have to say, Duolingo. Yeah, I've been thinking about Duolingo. Is the way. It's been 77 days and I can speak in paragraphs now and hold about Actually, that's pretty impressive, mate. 5 minutes is a long time to talk in a foreign language. Duolingo. So do you have like the paid version, or are you using the kind of free stuff that they do? I'm going to look into it. I love Spanish as well, to be fair. I'm the kind of person, when I go on vacation, wherever it is, apart from maybe America, Australia, Western Canada, I love to learn the language of the people where I'm staying. And I get such a buzz from learning basics like, good morning, how are you? Can I have? And, thank you and goodbye. Because you see it in their face. I really try hard on the accent as well. It's not just rubbish pidgin English. And they're really pleased. They're like, you know what? You weren't quite there, but good on you for having a crack at it. I just think it's such a nice thing, and you can't beat learning in someone's country either, can you? That's a really good thing. David says, bit of Stadia news. Oh, we love that. Anyone notice the note that's been put up on the Stadia app for phones? Parties coming? Yes. I had noticed, and they are working on it. So you'll be seeing that soon. I also know of another feature, David, that's coming up before the year's out. I can't wait to talk about that as well, which will be amazing. What else have we got going on? I just want to make sure I haven't missed anybody here, because you guys are amazing. Rokk, so it's so crazy, but Obi just started streaming. Awesome. So I've been helping him with it. And wait until you see him. You think I have energy. Oh, yeah. I make sure that you do. You won't be able to put the link, unfortunately, into the chat because it doesn't put links in. But break it up, YouTube breakup/breakup, whatever. And definitely go and sub to you, my friend. That will be absolutely super flipping perb. Right, so that's them, the Logitech fellas, and we'll look forward to that. Yep, Valve Steam Deck. That was the thing I was trying to remember. I mean, even that, you could essentially. The missing ingredient with all of these, which these guys have got to do, is give you the option to pull in from mobile data, which isn't great. I know it's the same in the UK, that most people have got caps on data, and we know that cloud is a bit hoggish. However, if you are pulling it in from a mobile device, you can obviously drop it right down to 1080 and get it to a lot less. Björn Borson, my favorite friend from Sweden, made it for a little. Oh, bless you. We'll see how long I can stick around. Well, it's great to see you. And was it you or was it Holtz who was having pizza tonight? I forget now. Here we go. Se mi amigo. Yes, my friend. Oh, I was going to do the whole thing in Spanish. Cuando? I don't know. I was going to do piccolo, but that's French. But it isn't a lot. It's very cheap. Okay. Honestly, worth every penny. Gracias, mi amigo. Gracias por suscribirse. I went Italian because I'm trying to be inclusive. I want to get everybody in Europe buying in. Thank you for the subscription. No, I will absolutely do that. I'm really keen. Mate, you come and show me. I'll come and show yours. And what have we got? Rudigzz says, hit you with a sub. Yes, look forward to those streams. Awesome. Absolutely. Oh, Martinez is also in the house. Now the gang is all here. Brilliant stuff. Hope you're well, Martinez. Was I even mildly close? I do try to get the accent right. But I'm just useless, really. Holtz had the pizza. Yeah, but he looks like it, doesn't he? Let's be fair here, Bjorn. He looks like a man who loves his pizza. Petter says, I still check twice daily for Roller Champions. Oh, it's got to come, man. No sign today. You check at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. It's got to come. It's got to happen. But I'm reckoning that that little fella we looked at just now, Slaycation, all I'm going to say is September. That's all I'm going to say. Rudigzz, thank you, Rokk. If I can figure out how to show my iPhone, I'll bring you in a stream and show you, bro. But I think you'll like it. Awesome. Thank you, mate. I definitely will. I might do... I kind of feel like Spanish would be easier for me because I've been to Spain loads of times and Spanish islands. And I've actually only ever been to France once, and that was to go to Disneyland Paris. Where, I've got to be honest with you, Mickey and Goofy didn't say a lot. They were fairly quiet, which is weird, I know, but that's just how it went down. Not the worst Swedish, but I feel good. That's absolutely awesome. I have to tell you as well, Björn, and I'm sure you get this a lot, mate, but ABBA, I still love me some ABBA. My wife's favourite band, and to be fair, I'm not far behind her. But I love Queen. I can't get enough of Freddie and the lads. Pedder Games, I check daily for Saints Row self-made pre-order. Yeah, why haven't we got a Saints Row pre-order and the self-made boss thing? What's going on? We're getting so close to release. I know. It's a week today. I don't know why. SR Twitter tweeted Stadia pre-order was coming. There can be a million reasons. Captain, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for popping in. Really, really appreciate it. Now, we're going to have a quick look at me bookmarks. I've got some bookmarks. I always bookmark on the day, anything that I think looks interesting that we can share. And then once that's done, I can't believe I've done a full 45 minutes on news and there wasn't any. Oh, look, I will introduce you to some more modern... Well, I've got to be honest, I love a bit of Sigur. Was Sigur Rokk, or was he in actual fact Icelandic, as was Björk? I can't. You have to help me. I've never been across to the Nordic states. But here's the thing, Bjorn. I paid for one of those ancestral DNA things recently, like a couple months ago. And it actually said that right there, it was like, you've come from that place. And there was a big green thing over the top of like Sweden and Denmark and Norway. And so historically, I feel like I've got a bit of wandering Viking going on in there. It's it's where we emanate from. Same, Rudigzz. They tweeted saying, it's more like they tweeted saying they were waiting on the pro-order page to go live. That was more Irish. But then Irish is the root of Liverpudlian, isn't it? And I know you're not quite Liverpudlian, but you're Runcorn. It's like closer than I am. I feel like I should pedal it back quickly now. So it exists. Only 6 days until launch. Yeah, 6 days. Oh, okay. So it's next Wednesday. Struth. Right, let's have a look over here, because this is my good friend MM2K. It's not Marshall Mathers or even Marshall Mathers. And why do I sound like Ringo? You'd had Paul. That was Ringo. Ringo was slightly deeper. I can't do it now. I could do it if he was here, but he ain't. So I don't think he's ever likely to pop in either. I think he's quite anti-tech, is Ringo, to be fair. I think Maccas he's kind of loves a bit. I think Maccas loves a bit of streaming. I think he watches Dr. Disrespect, Paul McCartney. I think he goes on Twitter as I think he masquerades a few folk. He loves a bit of it. But yeah, Ringo, he's not up for it at all. He's still got a black and white TV, lives in a caravan off some estate near the Livers, near the river, I think. That's where he is, bless him. Of course, that's all completely false. Now, Stadia Dosage are running a competition, and you get a split, or potentially the whole thing, $100 if you can guess the September Pro games. So it's worth having a little looky-poos to get that 70 odd quid, 80 or 90. Actually, do you know what? The euro and the dollar to us is pretty much the same these days. But I reckon if you threw in Slaycation Paradise as a curveball, you wouldn't be far off the money on that one. And I reckon you'd get some of that dosh. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Would love to see Dr. Disrespect play Stadia. Yeah, ain't going to happen, is it? That would get... I mean, eventually they're all going to play cloud eventually, because that's the way it's going to go down. I mean, they're going to get no choice. Anyone else pre-ordering Skull and Bones? Got to be honest with you, mate. I subscribe to Ubisoft Plus, so I'm going to get it any road up without having to pay extra. So I guess in a way I am, because I'm paying up front for that. So you could say I'm paying forward for it. That's a fair shout, isn't it? Pedder Games, damn, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. No, I know. They work in mysterious ways, do the folk at Stadia, unfortunately. But they're getting their act together. Next up, I'm going to come to in the bookmarks. Stiller Killer. There were some nice comments that I thought I'd share with you guys. Stiller Killer says, Stadia is blowing up after 2 years of being dead. $10 a month, anywhere you go. You can play at high def. The controller is haptic. It's beautifully put. Oh, more free games than PS Plus. Now, that was an interesting comment. I don't know that it's the case, and I tell you why. PS Now, as was, which is now part of PS Plus Premium, has about... do you know, I don't know how many cloud games. I don't want to say this is the case. There were about 800, 900 games. And then there's quite a few. So I'd like to know what he means by that, because I don't think that's the case. Once you've paid your sub with Sony, they have got quite a few, if I'm completely honest. But nonetheless, it's lovely to see a positive comment. And look, he's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Pedder has got a new article up on Stadia Dosage. This one looks really interesting. Stadia is the only cloud platform, and he goes on obviously to qualify it. Now there's a rogue E in his whilst, but that's okay. They were a big thing in the early 2000s, and he may still have a pack, and it just found its way into his sentence. Sometimes things that are on your mind just work their way down your fingers into the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you just want to throw them out because they're probably out of date now, mate, if I'm honest. Whilst there are a lot of options to play games in the cloud, Google Stadia is the only cloud gaming platform, and I think he's probably got a flipping good point there. So get yourselves over on that link and give that a proper little read. What's my good friend Ant saying? He says, no, Rokk. PS Plus Premium has a lot of games. And in August, PS Plus Premium got 30 new games for the cloud. Yes, Stadia definitely doesn't have more games. No, I don't think it does either. But, you know, I don't know. And he might be thinking about the not the premium. Because, of course, you only get cloud with the premium, don't you? And I think you only get four or five games a month on the Plus. So he may be thinking about the fact that you get 6 games with Stadia Pro every month, but you only get 4 if you just have the basic PS Plus, which is probably correct. But yeah, if you go the full hog, then there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I mean, there's just an unbelievable amount. Don't worry, Pedder, because you are the man. You have access. You can go in and change it. We all do it. We all do it, mate. I'll tell you one day about some of the faux pas I've had in the past with sending client stuff. I had one last week. I had a whinging client, and it was forwarded to me by one of my team, and I whinged back at him unknowingly, copying her in. Her response was simple. Wow! Exclamation mark. Oh dear. Yep, he must be just thinking about Plus. I think that's what he's doing. I feel like I've unpacked that one, mate. And further down the list, too old for gaming. I instantly felt a rapport with this individual. I'm not quite too old for gaming, but I'm certainly on that way. Too old for gaming said, I know not many people will believe me, but Stadia is awesome. Yes. It's so convenient and it works so much better than I thought. Way smoother than Game Pass and Remote Play. Oh yeah, Remote Play is a bag of tosh. It needs more games, but I'm finding I'm playing it more than anything else right now. Them games is coming. I mean, just bear in mind how long it took for, like, the Switch to really take off. And, and it had a half-decent little audience, and there weren't a million games like there are now, or however there are for Switch. And then it just went, whoo, and woof. So they'll come, they've built it, and they will come. So there he is, he's got his Cyberpunk. Why does it keep going back up there? But thank you, Too Old for Gaming. Oh, he's got the little PS Vita. I've still got a PS Vita. It's actually right behind me. I don't know why he's hashtagging PS Vita. Maybe because he's too old for gaming. Maybe it's his Vita that is too old for gaming. That's what it is. That's what he's saying. Or she, beg your pardon. But yeah, I've got a little Vita. I haven't turned it on for a bit, though. Do you know, that was my first ever experience of cloud gaming, although I didn't call it, nobody called it that then. I remember at that time, you could, I don't know how, but you could set up your Vita so that you could remote play your PlayStation, which at that point was either the 3 or the 4. And as long as you were on a Wi-Fi connection, because again, you didn't have data and it was 3G and stuff. So I went to the local library, which was about 20 miles away, and I fired up the Vita and I was playing Destiny 1 on my PlayStation. Annoyingly, you couldn't push in the thumb button, so you couldn't make the character run. But it actually happened. And I remember thinking back then, and we've got to be talking 2014? 2015. I remember thinking, wow, this is the future of gaming. Ha! Little did I know. What's Ant saying now? Hey! I'm not sure the last time you tried Remote Play, but just yesterday I streamed playing Tekken 7 via the PS5 Remote Play, and I never lose a match. I will give it another go, Ant, all right, just to make you happy. Had somebody at the door for the past 10 minutes, says David. We did notice, mate. We were all starting to get worried. I was looking at my watch. The dog was howling. But it's good. We haven't missed much. We're just going through the tweets. InLead, great guy InLead. He does this most amazing data stuff. Currently, and this fascinated me, because this has gone up substantially since the last time I looked. He says currently there are 134 time trials on Stadia. with a combined playing time of more than 117 hours. So here you go, Kenobi and Lethal, basically without having to sign up for an account at all right? You can go to Stadia, you can go to the trials, and you can play 117 hours worth of games across 134 different games, some of them for more than 2 hours, by the way, and never have to pay a penny. Get a good feel for whether Stadia's for you. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your laptop, you can do it on your tablet, you can do it on your PC, you can even do it on your TV these days, and you don't have to use a Stadia controller. Oh, no. I sometimes use one of these. I sometimes use my PS4 or my PS5 controllers. Yes, it's an amazing thing. Unitrix, how are you, buddy? Great to see you. Hope you're keeping well. I haven't seen you for a little while. Hope you're good, my friend. Rockmirth says, yeah, he got invite on live. A lot of people did. It kind of passed me by, that one, but yes, that was definitely the first kind of forerunner of the proper, let's call this thing cloud gaming and pull it together. But there you go, chunk of them. Them's was the bookmarks, guys. One final look at the news pages. Make sure nothing has crept in while we've been prattling on, or at least I have. No, nothing new. Good, we'll get rid of all of them, and what we'll do is we will flick over to the game screen. Let's do this. That would be the reason, because I had it muted. Oh, dagnabbit. Do you know what? The show was going perfectly, swimmingly. There was no technical faux pas. I felt on top of the world. I did. I felt like the dude Jack from the Titanic. And then we sank. And then the boat got hit by a flippin' iceberg and down we went. But it's all good. We're back. So thank you for that. Cloud Gaming Dad, Joe, good to see you again, my friend. Odd for the audio to drop. No, it's because I'm using OBS. I've got to let you into this. I'm using OBS and I transitioned to a new scene and I had it accidentally on mute. I don't know why. Call me an old Egypt. I tell you what, I'm going to press that button again because it bears being pressed again. Look at that. Oh, have you missed any gossip? There was no gossip. None at all. I was simply saying that I was hoping there might be a new game, but it wasn't. And therefore, I thought, I wonder if we'd just been told there's 134 trials. And I thought to myself, is there anything in the trials that I have yet to play? So I thought I'd sneak down. Oh, Hunting Simulator 2 Elite Edition. I haven't tried that one on Stadia. Ooh, the rest I've claimed. Mad Streets. I haven't played that one before. Monster Energy Supercross. Yeah, I think I've done that one. My Little Pony. I think I've done that one. I haven't done Peppa Pig. It's all right. I won't subject to Peppa. Further down, PJ Masks, Heroes of the Night. I haven't done that one either. Reigns, I haven't done that. Oh, I must have done it. It's claimed. I've just never played. Oh, that's the card game thing, isn't it? I'm not a big old lover of cards. Paul Bayram, as I live and breathe. My brother from a Birmingham mother. How are you, my friend? Great to see you. It's great to see so many folks. I didn't realise this show would be as popular as it has been. I'm so pleased. Rogue Book, I've claimed it. Ryan's Rest, it's tons. Serious Sam 4, yeah, we played that one before. Weren't too impressed. Sniper Elite 4, yeah, done that one. Spitfarer. Spiritfarer. Strange Brigade. Why? Yeah, well, I've nearly finished. Oh, yes, I've got to finish Strange Brigade as well. I was doing that as a stream game. Adam's Family was pretty cool. Let's get right down the bottom here. Zorro. I haven't tried Zorro. There are indeed new games on here that I have yet to play. So what we got options. If we do a trial, you up for a trial? Come on, Rokk. Where you go, we go. Oh, bless you, Ant. Bless you, mate. Yeah, Rain is a fun card game, says Rudigzz, that needs touch control. As the game is all about swiping. Gotcha. So it would be so good on mobile if there was the touch. What, they haven't put touch on it? Flippin' flip. Hunting Sim, says Husky. Right, we got one for the Hunting Sim. I'm thinking Zorro, Hunting Sim, or one of the kiddie ones that we saw kicking around down there. What do you reckon, fellas? Fellas and fellaresses? What do you reckon? Yes. May I join you with Strange Brigade? Would love to play with 4 players. You can, my friend, but let me just finish the game first. I'm literally on the last boss, and then we'll do it. We'll get together. We'll do a bit of Strange as a thing with folk. Hunting Sim, we've got 2 for the hunters, 3 for the hunters. Right, that's done it. Don't kill the virtual animals. I'm always morally split on that stuff as well, Rudigzz. I'm a massive animal lover. My brother, he's an animal rights flipping activist. I keep expecting to see him on the news, glued to a elephant or something at London Zoo, but I kind of feel that that's maybe not what activists do. We can play this for 60 minutes. We won't, but we will certainly give it a play. Let's do this, shall we? Let's do it. Play for 60 minutes. Right, Reigns is a great game, says Bjorn. You can convince me otherwise at some point. Yeah, I won't play Hunting. Similar. Oh, come on, guys. Look, well, I don't want to be doing a game that everybody turns off and gets upset about. Do we play it or don't we play it? Because I'm just thinking it's virtual. And anyway, it's me. The chances of me shooting a freaking animal, the best I'm going to do is take a big hole in my foot. I want to have the touch gestures in like minds. Humankind. That's the one. Instead of using the overscreen controller. Yeah, Nix, we go hard. Hello to you. Thanks for popping in. Come on, guys. Are we doing the animal thing or we're not doing the animal thing? Unsub if he kills. Oh, I can't be doing with unsubs. Pedder, come on, man. You've put me right off the concept now. Right, okay. We'll play something else. There was another game that I got quite excited about. My American friends love a bit of hunting. Well, I did see it when we were scrolling down. I tell you what I did enjoy, but I can't play it now because I played a ton of it. See, it's played. It won't let me. Phoenix Point. That is a game I really enjoyed. It's kind of in that Ascent model. And I wouldn't mind getting that one. AC3, yes, great game. We're talking Assassin's Creed 3. What are we talking? Assassin's Creed 3. Which one are you talking about? You're talking about the Watch Dogs? Not the Watch Dogs. The Origins. Valhalla. Beyond Reigns works best on mobile. Well, we're not doing it, so don't worry. I love XCOM style games, says Easy. Yeah, well, that's my whole point. That's kind of what that is all about, isn't it? It's that kind of a thing. I'm not doing Reigns. And anyway, it needs touch controls. Everybody's told me this. At this rate, fellas, I'm going to go back and do Destiny. I am. You had your chance, and nobody came up with a good one. Adventure Time has a trial. Control has a trial. Finished both of them, I think. Oh no, I may not have done Adventure Time. You want me to do Adventure Time? I went very high voice then. The testosterone left me for a moment. Come back. There it is. Trials and Pepper. Bjorn wants Pepper. I haven't actually opened Pepper. Should I do it just for the crack? Not that Pepper has one that I'm aware of. I mean, she's a she, isn't she? That's going a bit dad joke. That wasn't very good, actually, Gigantosaurus. That, as far as outright goes, it wasn't my favourite. I thought Scrat was funny. I quite enjoyed him. Control is great. Part of the Alan. Yes, it is part of the Alan Wake series. I loved Control. I completed that on Xbox. I loved it. It was great. And I quite enjoyed Alan Wake as well. There's a remake of Alan Wake coming up, isn't there? I'm right in saying. Destiny 2. Yeah, Rudigzz, come on, my friend. Let's do it. Are you ready to jump in? Could you jump in with me? And we'll do a bit. We'll do a bit of Destiny. I'm up for that. I'm easy peasy. Like a Sunday morning. What am I doing going there? That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Here it is. Destiny 2. There's room for one more if anybody else wants to jump in. Right, here we go. I need to add you as a friend. Okay, we can do this. Find a party. I haven't done that local party thing either. That could be fun. Have I got any new friends? So, is it the same? Are you the same on Stadia as you are in the big, wide, wonderful world of everywhere else? I tell you what, this chat thing, I'm going to pull it over here, I think, and shrink it. Dum 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 da da dum. Yeah, I was thinking that. Paul, what the hell was that all about? The games on there were tat. Yes, sir. Rudigzz. Great, thank you. Right, let's do this. Rudigzz. There he is. He's a founder, just like what I is. Take the audio down a bit. Is the audio okay for you guys? It's a bit loud for me, but that's not your problem. That's because I've got it up loud at my end. There we go, sorted. And he's joined me. Excellent. Excellent, Smithers. So if we find... Nice, where be he? In the world, wonderful wide world of friends. Oh, it's my brother down there. Bro, I didn't know you were. Let me join. He actually gave me back my Chromecast. I gave him a Chromecast and a controller, and and like go and have fun in my family on Stadia. And he played it for 2 months and gave it back. He just said, "I just don't have the time, bro." Did you see my time play number 2 Stadia player in the world? No, Reggie. That's pretty cool. Where would that be of then? Where did that? I can't find you no more, dude. But I might be able to find you in. Let me get my controller out. See, I played absolutely tonnage of Destiny 1. My combined time is about 4,200 hours, but I've only played about 1,800 hours on Destiny 2 only. They added no games to the premium tier at all in August. Seriously? I don't know what's going on over in Sony land. I do hope they didn't do this big old burst of it to get everybody excited and then calmed it down. That wouldn't be very good. You're going to join in 10 to 20 what? Seconds, minutes, days? What are we talking here, my friend? So, 1568, and I've only got myself to blame on this one because I just haven't been playing properly for a bit. It's not anybody else's fault but me. Let me see if I can get you in. Where are we? Wrong button. Bum-ba-dum-bum. And also, let's try and get a party going down so I can hear you. Stadia. Social consent required to view friends list. What? Social consent is set in your Stadia settings. Oh, for flip's sake. Are you kidding me? Where are we going to go and do social consent? Options? No. Settings? No. That's my good friend who does Stadia thing. You can invite me using Stadia. Okay, let's do that then. Oh, there you are down there. Yes, I can see you. I can see you. How? How do I invite you? I've got to be flirt. Let's be honest. I am a bit of a lone wolf, and I rarely do multiplayer and stuff. So what can I say? Right. So I've clicked your name. Right. That happened, and then you disappeared. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Playing Destiny. Hello. I'll just send you a very convivial message. There you go. Look. Hello. And then I click on you up here. Here we go. Invite to game. And what about party? Are we inviting to party as well? Can I get audio? Can I get the audio going on if I invite you to a party? A party. There we go. I've been invited. We've got share stream with party. We don't need to see me, do you? You've joined. That's awesome. Let me see. We need volume options, don't we? You don't need the game link. You're already in. Let's get the party chat. It's all clever stuff, you know. I can see you there, look, with the S clan. And I don't know how the party bit works. I can see if I come out of here. Doobie-doop, 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 doobie-doop. Boop. There we go. Right, good. So I'll grab my controller, right? And, oh, here we go. Shift tab. Invited me to a party. I don't mind. Switch party. Okay, I'm in the party. Party chat invite. I've gone to a different one. Invited you to join. There's so many parties. My mic is no longer in use. What are you saying? Join. Dum dum dum. Are we in a party? Are we in a party? We could just do the Destiny party thing, couldn't we? I'm getting all confused and kerfuffled. Well, where's my party that I'm in? No. Chat invite. Did that, didn't I? Join. And it's there again, though. It's all going horribly wrong. What, David? Oh, minutes. Come on in, my friend. The water's fine. I need to try and understand what's going on here. So, how do I see? We're both in Stadia. That's cool. And is my mic working? Let me go to settings. Make sure I've got my mic and stuff turned on in here. Sound and all that. Dialogue. Gameplay. Yeah, no, genuinely, I rarely do kind of multiplayer stuff because I'm just a bit of a lone wolf. I do love doing Destiny with friends, though. That is true. But at this rate, why am I not? So there's our party. Party chat invite. Rudigzz invited you to join. And then all I get is... we went into each other's parties. If you send me another invite... Right, okay, gotcha. All right, cool. There we go. Your mic is on and you're connected to party chat. Awesome. So you've been sent the party invite. I'm not going to do anything now. And we'll see if you come into the chat. There is, of course, always the... Oh, something happened. A speaker disappeared. I don't know that that's a good thing. You've joined the party. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me or not?
Aha! Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Hang on, let me see if I can get the volume up. It's my main volume.
Oh yeah, I hear myself on the stream.
You do? Yeah, you'll have to mute yourself.
Yeah.
On your screen. That's brilliant. Stream, can you hear him? Are you
hey chat, how's it going? Test 1 2. This is Rudigzz.
Yeah, you're coming through. You're coming through loud and clear, my friend. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's do this. Right then. Oh, you're only one ahead of me. I bet you've dropped a few bits of gear to make me feel better.
This is actually me more absent from the season than I typically would be.
Yes. That's what happened to me. This particular season, for whatever reason, it just really... I enjoyed it initially with the... I'm going to go into Destiny and turn the music down a second, mate. I usually, when I'm doing party stuff, I tend to turn the music off, just because I prefer to hear the people I'm with. But let me see, we take the music down and we'll take cinematics and all that stuff. So chat should be good. Yeah, I'm the same. I've not been playing it as much as I have the previous seasons. But what's the goss on the new season then? Which is they're doing the big reveal this coming week, aren't they? This coming Tuesday.
This Tuesday will be the release of the new season, so a lot of new content will drop. In addition to that, we will also see a day one raid drop August 26th. So a lot of good stuff coming out next week for Destiny.
I saw that they're bringing the Vault of Glass back again. I didn't know that they'd taken it away again.
So the Vault of Glass was actually the the day one clear that our all Stadia team managed to get done. We are one of
Wow.
2 all Stadia teams to finish a day one
Seriously,
raid.
that's amazing. And that was with the new mechanics towards the end. I think the boss was a bit tougher as well, wasn't it? Oh, Doody at the end.
On day ones, you get light levels harder than Grandmasters. So I think they're like 5 to 10 harder than Grandmasters.
So did you do a ton of work beforehand to get your levels up?
Yeah, there's a mad rush the week before, but I actually think they may have taken that mad rush away for the next season.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've struggled with raids in Destiny 2. I absolutely loved raiding in Destiny 1 and did them all multiple times, but I've only done a handful of them in Destiny 2. I mean, I was just madly in love with Destiny 1. It was an addiction. Oh, hello, what's this? We have a little cutscene. Have you seen, is this old school content for the Witch Queen, or is this new stuff?
Her name was Sophia.
I'm trying to figure out where you are in the story.
I'm about 18. Well, I'd finished the whole Witch Queen thing, but this is subsequent content, and I think there's 50 something steps in this quest, of which this is number 18.
I see. So this is the seasonal content for this season.
Right. Oh, I see. Okie dokie. Yeah, which I obviously never finished. And by the look of it, I won't do either. Lo-Fi, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're taking care of Reddit for us, keeping it warm, sorting out all them Egypts. Bjorn, I'll see you later, my friend. See you this evening. Did you all hear about Sony being sued for their issues with the PS5? I heard there's some stuff that's been going on, Callie, with Xbox and one thing and another. I need to catch up on all of that, I must admit.
But Sophia showed him that he was more than an instrument of
Do you
violence.
read all this stuff when it pops
had
up,
one
Rudigzz,
life,
or do you, like me, you just kind of like hit
And
the
she
skip
would share it with
and
him.
then play the game? Are you a law
Yeah,
guy?
I hit the skip. My co-host Nads is
Yeah.
massive into the lore. He like tells me all about it, all the characters, and then he makes these videos where he slices just the story together for
Wow.
people who want to watch.
Called Zavala.
I used to play with Bife back in the day, and
In his joy,
Mesa Shawn
that's
as
a
well.
super
Zavala thought
cool.
to abandon
Yeah. Well, in Destiny 1 days, I used to play with those guys. I used to run with those guys, you know,
that joy
and
as it began.
did some stuff with old Mesa Shawn. Used to do. Did some stuff for his YouTube channel for a bit. Nice guys, good guys. I think Bife's still around. I know that Mesa Shawn pulled out, and he's just
Hakim died
living the
in his
life now, I
mother's
think.
arms.
Bife still
Zavala
makes
wanted her
Destiny lore
forgiveness,
content,
but she
from
knew
what I
there
know.
was
He made
nothing
this
Yeah.
massive community movie before Witch Queen dropped.
Did he?
Yeah,
He
it was
does.
like 3 hours community art. It was an amazing piece of work for sure.
Wow. Yeah, he has. He's got a full-on career with that stuff. I think he was training to be a lawyer when Destiny first came out. I'm fairly certain he was at uni, studying to do law or something. I can't remember if he continued his studies or whether he just ditched it and went off and did his thing. Complete Bound in Sorrow 6 and complete Lost Sectors throughout the system. Right, got to do 5 Lost Sectors. What do you recommend? What's the quickest ones? Unless you've got anything that you fancy doing.
Nah, I'm tagging along. The quickest ones are on the Earth, EDZ.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, unless it's specifying which lost sectors you have to do.
Well, kind of. If it's this, step 20 of 51, it says, speak to Eris at the Crown of Sorrow in the Helm, which I thought we just... Oh, that's downstairs, isn't it?
Yeah, Crown of Sorrow is past the guards.
Yeah, these two Cabal dudes.
So the Crown of Sorrow was actually under the Presage, right? It had been on the Leviathan, taken from the Crown of Sorrow raid.
Gotcha.
We discovered it when we entered the Presage.
Did I also saw, or I think I saw, that that the Leviathan, more of the Leviathans being opened up in the new season. I'd love it to become. What was the the Leviathan when it was fully free to roam? Absolutely loved that place.
How you holding up?
That was
Yeah,
back
that
in.
was massive bunch of secrets in there, the tunnels, everything. Oh, it was a lot.
And what was the name of that? They used to have a. It was like a. Oh, crikey, what would you call it? There was a part in there that you could go in, and you had to. Let me just remember. There was statues, and you jumped down into it. It was like an arena, and then you built up towards a boss, and then it would drop loot. But I can't remember what it was called now. I used to love that. All that kind of old school stuff. The Prison of Elders and all that stuff. I just don't think it's been surpassed. But maybe I'm just.
Oh, the witch. You didn't think the witch. Did you play it through, the Witch Queen?
Yeah, I did, and I know there was bits and pieces and stuff, but right, what's next? Complete Tears of the Nightmare Containment public event with the derelict Leviathan, and bind your vestiges of dread at the Nightmare Harvester. After completing the final tier to create a bound presence. Each additional time you bind after completing the final tier has a chance to reward a bound presence. Okay, so that's the derelict Leviathan thingy bob, isn't it?
Yeah, that's on Mars, I think.
Let's see, destinations.
The moon. The moon. It's on the moon.
Yeah, we get derelict Leviathan. There we are.
On the left, yeah, the green marker.
Yeah. Oh, that one. The Sever quest.
One of those is more exploration, and the other is the public event.
Gotcha. Can't launch that one, so it can't be that one. So it must be this one then. Containment. I think that's what it wanted.
Oh, it's not letting me do it. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, maybe I haven't completed something.
No, I think it's me. I haven't done. I'm only on step 60. Yeah, because I abandoned the season.
Right, David, jump in anyway. I mean, we're just kicking the breeze and shooting the cat. Absolutely fine, my friend. Obi, thank you for popping in. Really, really appreciate it. Guys, I've got to run. Rokk, thanks for having me, bro. Oh, it was a pleasure. Had a blast. Keep up the great work. Bless you. And I will get if I can't find it, I will get your channel link from Ant, and I'll come over and watch some of your stuff. Subscribe to you as well. Thank you for that. What else have we missed here? My Name is Bife Yesterday. Yes, used to watch all of his stuff. Yeah. He was a nice guy, actually. He was a super duper guy. Mesa Sean was an absolute diamond. He was a lovely fella.
I have a funny Bife story on Stadia.
Okay.
So, very early on, when I was playing Stadia, I loved Trials, and I'm sure you're familiar with that game mode.
Oh yes, try and avoid it.
But without crossplay, the Stadia universe was extremely, it was limited in people that would be in there.
Right.
So I hopped in, and little did I know, but Bife was there playing Trials against me with a whole team. So I managed to get a kill on Bife, and because I was a fan, I clipped it and I sent him the clip, and I'm like, oh, huge fan, by the way, I killed you in Trials.
So he was playing on Stadia.
Yeah, with time.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. Mind you, it was free to play, so.
Well, Trials.
Or was it not?
May not be free to play.
Right.
I may be wrong though.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have cost him a great deal. That's interesting, though.
Yeah.
I wonder what he thought about it on Stadia, and if he still plays it on there. I mean, I've always been super impressed, but to be fair, I never need to go up against people like that, so it may be a completely different experience if I need every millisecond.
Oh, Wilson sent me a friend request.
Cool.
Yeah, I actually first got into Destiny with Stadia. I never even got into it before.
Really?
Yeah.
I was, Alpha 2013, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, they announced it at one of the, or they had a bit of a trailer which was completely made up. It's obvious. I even knew it on the time. But anyway, they announced it at, I think it was one of the entertainment shows. And then they said, oh, if you apply here, you can jump into the alpha, which I did. And literally from the minute I fired that game up, I thought, this is going to change my life. It just felt like a game changer. It was just miles ahead of anything I'd ever played. And then the beta, then obviously was in it, got the clan going straight away. Didn't really start to play with anybody though for a few months. And then I was just every waking moment, it was Destiny. I'd come home from work at lunchtime, I'd play Destiny. I'd get up early in the morning, I'd play Destiny. I'd get home, I'd have dinner, say goodnight to the kids, I'd play Destiny. It was just an addiction. So I needed Destiny 2 really to calm it down. So you've never played Destiny 1?
I've never played Destiny 1. I've just had experience with Destiny 2 on Stadia, and when I first got into it, I was such a solo player, maybe similar to your experience. And I was going through all the content that I could, and then I heard about this raid in my mission menu. I tried to do a raid solo, and I realized that was not the place for me to be.
How you going, David?
Hello, fellas. How are you?
Good to see you, buddy. Hope
Well, you can't see me, but it's good for me to see you, Rokk.
Yeah. When your character appears, I'll see you. Are you in this thing yet?
I've jumped onto the Leviathan, but I'm not in the same server. It's put me in a different one.
So if you join on us, hang on. It may well be, depends if you haven't done some of the content yet.
I've done most of this season's content. I've powered through it.
We should be able to just, if you jump into our fire team, that's the word.
I think we have to go to Orbit, as
do we?
I think this location is.
Yes. Where it says join fire team, it says you have to recall to Orbit.
Okay.
And that's good because we just finished the event.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect timing.
Grab the stash. There we go.
Well, I've only got about 10-15 minutes, but
That's
I thought
okay,
I'd jump
my friend.
on.
I haven't got a huge amount of time. I took a heck of a lot longer in the in the news.
Figuring it out.
One piece of news. I don't know how I managed to do it. I really don't. I should be working in a call center. I think that's what it is. The Samaritans. That's where I should be. It's Wilson, my ex-favourite new stadium, playing with my new favourite Stadia Rudigzz. Love it. There's Ant.
Should there be some tension between us then? Should
There's clearly some beef going on. I don't know why.
No, it's all love.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I know what's going on down there.
No, all I have is appreciation for you, Brew. You know that, brother.
Yeah. It's the sister-wife love, cowboy.
Yeah. Right, let's see. Let's find you. Where
So
are
you
you?
should be able to join us now.
Can you see us in the fight to the death?
All right, there we go. I'm joining.
Excellent.
Rokk, have you got your privacy on Stadia locked down or something?
It's weird, isn't it? I don't know what's going on. It did tell me to go and sort out my settings, but I've always had a really weird issue with people seeing me. I can usually see, even like my daughter and stuff. And I've spoken to Bungie about it, and I've been on their forums, and it's never been properly fixed. So normally I have to join people or get invited, but it's weird. I know. What can I say, my friend? Apologies. I tell you what, because you are a little bit lower than us, why don't we go and do? Let's go and do a Vanguard thing, shall we?
Get me a bit more power levels.
Strike.
I won't complain.
No worries, dude. Well, that's all down to, are you leveling up your kit? Are you making sure that you compare all your gear? You're not wasting any of the older stuff. I have played with people, I kid you not, who have been green and they've been playing forever and they never realised that they were meant to replace the kit they had. So it's worth
just stuck at a certain power level because they're like, I like this rocket launcher.
Exactly. It's worth. Hey, Perp, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm being really remiss.
Oh, Purple.
Great to see you. Thanks for popping in.
It's lovely to see you all there in the chat. Lovely to see you all.
It's great. It's great to finally get David into one of my streams. And what's more, now that I've seen what a fine, handsome fellow you are, I'm looking forward to getting you on camera as well, my friend.
Well, good luck with
in your
that
nurse's
one. I don't have a
pinny,
camera.
I tell you, I was
goodness.
rubbing my legs.
Goodness gracious, Rokk. All right, what are we doing here? Where even are we? I don't
We
think I've been
are
this
just-
planet.
it's just a little strike, so just kill everything.
See, I've not bothered with any of the recent content a lot. I've done a little bit of Witch Queen and a little bit of Beyond Light, just because I've just acquired them. But
That's cool.
I've been mostly hammering out the seasons, because you
Got
get
new ones
certain
coming.
access to them when you finally pay for Witch Queen. You know what I mean? So I've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
doing everything that I finally got access to in terms of that. There's only 4 days left of this one, isn't that
I'm
right?
I'm just trying to remember. I bought the top of the range version back when the Witch Queen came out, and it got me a chunk of seasons, but I can't remember for the life of me how many. I'm just
It'll
Really? 3, I
it'll
would
run up.
imagine.
It'll run up before the next big content drops. So I think it's called Lightfall.
Okay. So I'm
Yes.
good for the next one, am I? With the
Yeah.
yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
next one is the last one that you covered for, though. See, I bought the same access to the seasons, and all I got
Hey,
access to was
Ray.
this one for the past month, and then the next one. I missed out on the first one, but I don't mind that so much.
Rach, promise you won't laugh at my Destiny playing.
And we've got a
I gotta
Destiny
say-
legend in the chat.
Oh, Queen Rach does. She does 9-10 hour streams in one session on the weekend,
Really?
doing raids and taking people through the raids and stuff.
That's obscene. I might need to go ask her for some help.
And I'm
Might
not
need
kidding.
to-
She's one of the best game streamers. I don't know how she manages it. She manages to do amazing work and still have brilliant conversations as well. So she's somebody I definitely look up to. And she has been a member, a Team Rokk member, almost since day one. And I think there's 3 people that were almost day one. And she's stuck with me through thick and thin. So an absolutely amazing supporter. No judgment. Thanks, Rach.
I'm sure there was not too much thin. It was all thick.
Yeah. Well, that's not what she said.
Goodness gracious. Someone had to, I suppose.
Yeah. My little 9-year-old nephew, that's all he ever says these days. I'm like, you're 9 years old, you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. But then I think he may do.
Look, back there. The path is unblocked.
I feel awful killing these guardians, these little
The
ghosts.
ghosts.
Yeah.
You know
I've
the
not
way-
done the Witch Queen story to understand them yet, and I just feel awful.
No, the way I see it is this. You wouldn't let me kill a deer just now, but you're quite happy to kill the guys that are slightly alien looking.
See, I have no issues with Hunting Simulator myself, but I can understand the aversion for some people.
I'd rather people hunted virtual deers than real ones.
Well, that's always a fact too.
Yeah, but having said that, if you like a bit of venison, and let's face it, it is a particularly nice meat, and you promise to take it home and treat it with respect and eat it all, then I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
What happened there? I joined my.
I made it to the next area.
Ah, it's all
Yeah.
good. You get pulled in. You got to pick a pocket or two.
I've actually been vegetarian now for 10 plus years.
That's
So,
Wow.
amazing.
Well done, bro.
That's amazing.
Shooting animals just hits the heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I've never done it, and I've never eaten this is true, I've never eaten a steak in my life.
Oh wow.
And I draw the line with anything that looks remotely like it did when it was alive. And I'm certainly not happy with anything that was intensively farmed. But I don't eat a great deal of meat, and my family have been vegetarian for quite some time. And I'm on the cusp. I've been on a diet for a couple of months, which is unfortunately requires me to eat meat for the protein because I'm not allowed to eat carbohydrates. But when it's done, oh no, I fell off. When it's done, I fully intend to not eat a lot more meat.
Why did we stop?
No, Rach, it's true. I think you're awesome. And everybody should go in and check out that stuff.
Yeah, we started some Destiny Stadia community streams on Tuesday nights, so we're having a lot of fun doing that as well.
What time? Is that Eastern?
We got it. Yeah, it's 9 Eastern.
It's
that's
2
weird.
or 3
It's about
a.m.
2 in the morning, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh no, you can't
I gotta
help
make it work with
Yeah.
Nad's schedule. Too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No. I mean, it's not your fault, and it's just the way it rolls. This is a good little time for me, the 5 p.m. UK time slot, because, as I've said, it's kind of midday Eastern, first thing in the morning Western, or Pacific, and sort of evening time in Europe. So it's just a bit of a sweet spot.
Oh yeah, it
Letting
is.
you guys do the work here. But having said that, we were going to launch a new show tonight, actually, over on my other channel. But
Exciting.
yeah, it's like the Stadia Rokk Show, but aimed at cloud games in general. So it's not going to be platform specific. So we're going to run through the games of the week, what's just come to the various platforms. We're going to do game reviews. We're going to do interviews with various developers. We've got a couple lined up. But I've pulled it for today. We were going to do the pilot today, but I need more time to do all of the... Oh, bye, guys. I need more time to do all the intro graphics and stuff that I tend to do for my stuff. And I'm glad I pulled it, because I never got to it today. So we're going to launch next Thursday instead now. So that's going to be number 1.
Nice.
But it's going to be with Bjorn, who was in the chat just now. Dad Plays Games. And it's going to be with Holtz. And then we'll have guest hosts as well. So it's going to be fun.
Oh, that's wicked. So, like, same time slot as you typically do then?
No, it's going to be a little bit later, which may or may not be a good thing. So it's going to be 8 p.m. UK. I think that's a weird one for you. It might be about 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, I think.
It's 3 for Eastern. I'm not sure what.
3 for
Rudigzz is
Eastern,
on.
yeah. And it's about 11, I think, for Pacific.
Yes.
Something like
right.
that. Yeah, so it works a little easier because Bjorn's got little ones he needs to put to bed and stuff. So this works for him, but that's all cool. It's good for me as well. That's pretty cool. Holt's hype, yeah, he's brilliant. I love him. He's the only guy that's on everybody's show that doesn't have his own.
Yeah.
I have to wave at you now. I have to fly over to you.
I'm jealous of his mic too, that little pop on and off.
Yeah. Do you know much about it, Rach? I really want to get back for the new season next week. I'm going to really throw myself into it again, because I've just been kind of the last couple of weeks. I've finished a few games and I've just been not doing I just haven't had something that I've really got my teeth into. So I'm hoping that's going to be it.
Yeah, that's cool that Queen Rach was raised vegan and now vegetarian.
Yeah.
I mean, it's but you got to combine that with like what you're doing, Rokk, and a nutritionist and a diet to make sure you're hitting all those numbers. Because if you do it properly, it works. Whoa,
Yeah.
What just?
Contacting Destiny servers and then our ship
Oh,
disappeared.
I died. Maybe that had bigger. Thank you. Obi, welcome back. Yeah, I can never recommend Destiny more highly. Particularly, number 1 tip of the day: go in with someone that knows it. Not that it's hard. It's just that they don't really have much of a tutorial. And in the old days, before it was free to play, you had to kind of go through a linear path, and it helped you to really get your head around the game. But now you can kind of come in at too many different places and miss story and stuff. And if that's interesting, if you're interested in the whole story, and I tell you how good the story is, it's so good that Sony just paid $4 billion for the story, because they're going to turn it into movies and books and animations and all sorts of spin-off stuff.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's a cracking story, it really is. Great characters. I was saying last night, Rudigzz, that what I think the one missed opportunity, you may have heard me, is that when Cade died, they didn't stuff him into the ghost, and we could have had Cade's voice as our ghost.
Oh, yeah.
That would
Losing
have...
that personality was such a tragedy, brother.
Oh, man.
It really was.
The whole thing behind Cade dying was that he needed to disappear because it was a metaphor for Activision leaving
Was
the
it?
Bungie partnership.
But he didn't need to. I'm sorry, he didn't need to. I've heard people say a million reasons why they needed to kill him, like, oh, it revitalized the series, oh, he was the only thing anyone cared about, so it gave everyone a reason to care about it again. And I'm like, well, you know what? They just didn't need to. Like, it was good story, it was. I won't deny that. But I wish they didn't. I just wish they didn't.
He could have come back as a ghost.
Yeah, anything. I mean, they revived Uldren Sol, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that actor was a lot cheaper. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
this is why.
Yeah.
I mean, Dinklage must have been mega expensive when Game of Thrones really took off.
And they just threw him away, didn't they, Dinklage?
Oh, I loved it. He's still my favourite ghost. You know, the only problem I ever had with Dinklage, it wasn't his fault. It was kind of, I felt uncomfortable with the whole, hey, guess what? Let's call him Little Light and we'll employ somebody with dwarfism. It's like, oh, come on, guys.
There was a kind of unironic irony there that you just didn't enjoy.
I just wonder whether Dinklage was like, oh, I've had enough. That's it. I stuffed a lot of you. I just imagine, do you remember that scene in Elf where Buddy's saying all these dwarfist jokes about elves and stuff, and he just races across the table and beats him up? I could just imagine him at the boardroom at Bungie. Yeah, that's right. All right, Dinklage, you're out. Oh, dear. If you're okay for time, David, because this is probably the longest flipping quest there is.
This is the longest.
We've got to be getting on towards the boss now, haven't we?
It's about 30 minutes, even on normal.
Oh, we've been doing it for a good chunk of time.
Well, let's push on, lads. Let's push
The
on.
GM would be an
When I'm
absolute
late.
nightmare.
What are you going to be late for, though, mate? Let us make the decision. The chat can decide.
Game testing for something.
Ooh.
Can't say what.
Oh, I know.
Do you now?
Well, I don't, but I could.
You could probably guess.
I could probably guess. I've been invited to a few recently, but the minute I put my age down, they say, "You're not in our demographic. Get the hell out of here, old fella."
What? I don't believe. I feel like you're a good demographic for gamers. Like it's...
I reckon. Well, I definitely hit the Stadia demographic. That said, my stats particularly say 35 to 45 is my age group, and more than twice as many people watch me in the States, or certainly North America, than they do in Europe. Which I love that fact. It's why I'm very conscious of the fact when I try not to say too many Englishisms, because I don't want to confuse my loyal and fantastic fan base. I hate that phrase. Nobody's a fan.
I'm your fan, Rokk.
Yeah, but you're not fanatical about me, mate, are you? That's where it comes from.
Well,
You'd
want me to say no,
you
wouldn't
may
you?
enjoy the content.
You'd want me to say no.
I mean, I popped onto YouTube and I saw you on. I'm like, oh yeah, Rokk, I want to see this.
Oh,
Alright, is this end boss?
yes.
This is end
Yes,
boss.
and if we're quick, we can
Alright.
get him down. It's not.
Alright, let's
not
do him
too-
then. I'm
too
currently dead, but...
What time
If
have
either
you got
of
your
yous want-
testing? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll break my sword out. We'll get this done quick.
Oh, yes. Oh, sword is always ideal against the tide, isn't it?
I got the little, so they did this little homage to Halo, and they dropped like the Forerunner, the other half, like all these, very similar to Bungie Halo weapons. So
Yeah, they do
Pretty
have a bit
cool
of that.
stuff.
They do. Obi, if you have any English questions at all, my friend, I am very happy to explain the weird and wonderful machinations of this bizarre country.
Of Britland.
Of Britlandshire.
Yeah.
Oh, talking of which, when does that new Game of Thrones House of Dragon thing start?
What's this? Actual Game of Thrones? Or...
Yeah, there's a new spin-off.
Oh.
Yeah, HBO.
HBO, and it's on Sky in the UK. And it's
You guys
called
have Skynet in the UK? Is
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We've all been. This is why we had Brexit and populist government and everything. It's all because of Skynet. Was it? Is it called House of Dragon or something? Or
I am the wrong
Yeah,
person
I
to
believe
ask.
that's what it's called.
yeah,
That-
I enjoyed Game of Thrones. I just never knew what was going on. So I just had to enjoy the visuals and the half-naked people. That was the best thing you could ever do for me.
What is it
House
called?
of Dragon,
Britannia
yes.
or Britannica? Have you seen the
Yes,
the one that's about?
the Romans and the Druids.
Yes, that's a brilliant
I
show.
saw the first season. I didn't catch the second one, but I do have it. I have. Do you know what? I put a little list together the other day, David, of all the shows that I've got access to on the various streaming channels that I've yet to finish, and it came to 42.
Oh goodness. Yep.
Things like Picard. I mean, some classic stuff. I've still got to go back and. Season
Do
2.
you know what they need to do? The real solution here is there's too many games, there's too many TV shows. There's not too many TV shows and games. There's too little time to spend on them. They need to hurry up with this automotive society they've been talking about for the past couple of decades, and so we can all sit on our asses and just enjoy ourselves.
Yes.
Exactly.
August
Soak up
22nd.
some
Thank you,
good
Paul.
content.
Paul says August 22nd for House of Dragon. That does look flipping good. There's some great stuff. Of course, you've also got Lord of the Rings coming up at some point, haven't we?
yeah, Queen Rage, she knows the pain of GMs then. I see that comment. Yeah, GMs, especially this level. Oh my God, Nightmare
yeah.
City.
Nasty, nasty. Hey, go. Look at that. Players left. That's him. He's gone. Good on you, Wilsonian. You take care, my friend.
It's been fun hanging with you, lads. It
No,
has.
you
I would
take
love
care,
to
my
do it
dude.
again.
I'm gonna call it a night now anyway, because I've got to go and get me din-dins and make sure the wife's not to any no good out in the garden, pulling out me prize strawberries and all that stuff.
No, of course.
Got to watch the women, mate. I tell you.
I know what you
Once they
mean.
get amongst your prize strawberries, it's game over. Rudigzz, thank you so much, my friend. It's fantastic. Now that we have officially connected on Destiny, let's do this again, even offline. And
Yeah, absolutely.
you know,
It was a pleasure.
I know I'm not going to be able to do your late night stuff or your early night stuff, but definitely when you're around and I'm around, we'll hook up and we'll do things, and we'll have the start of a beautiful relationship. And if we can get in with Rach as well, so that I can be totally carried, then I'll be really happy.
Oh yeah, Rage, Trials carry, Rokk and Rudigzz.
Yeah. Do you do Rach? Do you do trials? I've only ever seen you doing.
Oh, she may not.
raids.
Yeah.
I would love to sneak in on
he's
this
still
action
here.
too.
I would love.
I thought you were
Just
supposed
saying.
to be game changing.
Just saying. I am. I've loaded my other thing up, but I'm just still in the chat. Thought I would linger
Bless
for a
you,
moment.
mate. I am going to close the game down now.
Yeah, a raid would be a lot of fun with Queen Rage though as well. I'd be
It would.
super up for that.
Well, absolutely, 100%. And there's a new one coming up, so maybe that's a date, and we'll get some big stream going down, and that'll be fantastic. Thank you, Ant. The stream was epic. We can find me doing this every single day, except for Tuesdays and weekends, where I've got to tend my prize strawberries. It's an important facet of my life. On this diet, the only fruit I can eat is freaking strawberries. So I've been prizing them. But I tell you something now for nothing. Strawberries are brilliant for your teeth. Google it. They have a chemical in them that whitens your teeth. I'm not joking. They are amazing. Better than apples and all that stuff.
You
So
can't taste them if you can't smell.
Can you not smell?
No, I can smell, and I
Oh,
love
right.
strawberries.
Well, that was
but
that was an absolutely crappy fact, mate. You can't taste anything if you can't smell. That's
Well, no,
like
you can-
saying you can't scratch your ears if you haven't got any arms.
Oh my goodness! You can taste things. You can taste sour and you can taste sweet, but there's certain chemicals that produce flavour in strawberries require your nose requires the sense of smell. So they've
Whatever.
got zero flavour.
Get on with
if
your
you can't
game
smell.
testing. I see
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
Brilliant. Always give it excellent, because it is. Let me go. Give it excellent. Brilliant stuff. Guys, thank you so much. What a brilliant turnout. I mean, that was absolutely amazing. I genuinely... Oh, look, Unatrix has still got his little thing up from earlier. Oh, that's lovely. I think I've closed it. Oh, no, I've still got it here. I can still bring people up. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Thank you, everybody. I'm really loving this slot. It's great fun. It's just brilliant to see so many folk. We go through tiptoeing through the news and a little bit of gameplay. A bit more like tonight as well. I love that. That was so much fun. Just made it. Oh, 10:30. You've just made it as I'm heading for the hills. I've got to go and see what my dear wife has made me that avoids carbohydrates. But the good news is, when I started, I have lost 28 pounds, and I've only got about another 4 pounds to get to my goal. So I'm so excited. Thank you, Liam. Thank you so much, my friend. And happy Cloud Gamer. He's just popped in as well, all the way from Norvège. There you go. You can tell he's from Norway. You can tell he's a cloud gamer from Norway. He's using his Stadia controller to chop wood, because they do that, you know, out in the wilds of Norway. Rudigzz, thank you so much, my friend. That was great fun. I really want to do that again now. That was super fun. Obi, that is awesome. Keep up the work. Don't stop. You'll lose those. Yeah, I'm going to do it, my friend. Thank you so much. Super, super happy about that. Great show. Cheers, Paul. You guys have a fantastic evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I will be here tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow is the big prize draw. I will be prize drawing for the winner of Saints Row on Stadia. That's a big value item. If you haven't done yet, go and check out my tweets. In fact, it's pinned to my Twitter profile at Rokk Show. ROKK Show. Very simple to enter. All you got to do is watch Tuesday night show. There's a very simple thing that happens. I need you to DM me what it was, as well as like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video. Do all those things, and you will go into the Wheel of Fortune tomorrow with about 40 other people. Them's the breaks. I will be spinning it live on air on this show, and some lucky folk will be getting themselves a copy. And don't forget, if you are a Team Rokk member, as many of you are, you're automatically in the draw. You don't need to do anything else. That's a perk of being in Team Rokk, so anybody has an equal chance. So thank you so much. Thank you for that, Paul. Have a great night to your good self as well, Rach. Look forward to catching up with you all again soon. I'm out of here. You've been watching Rokk Around the Clock. Take care.